Hey guys, welcome to today's video where we're going to be breaking down Russell Wilson in a film session, kind of just talking about what he brings to the table for this Broncos offense next year after this massive blockbuster trade. With that said, before we dive in, please drop a quick like and a sub on today's video. That would really help my channel grow. I'd really appreciate that. And with that said, let's dive right into the video, and I hope you enjoy. Russell Wilson traded to the Denver Broncos. Wow. A couple days ago, you would not have been expecting that. But nonetheless, that's the reality that we live in, as Russell Wilson was traded to Denver yesterday. I mean, this guy is an elite quarterback. And when I talk about elite quarterbacks, he's an elite quarterback. 9-time Pro Bowler, won the Walter Payton Man of the Year in 2020. And more importantly, this is the guy who, was absolutely fantastic for Seattle over the past couple of years. Took them to like 8 straight playoff berths, won a Super Bowl with them. This was a fantastic team. He really had a career there in Seattle. And if you look at the stats from last year, remember he missed a couple games, only played in 14 games, but nonetheless, 3,000 yards, 25 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, really accurate with the football, not causing too many turnovers, and was productive with his legs too a little bit. As he was able to rush for 2 touchdowns, 183 yards on 43 rush attempts. So with that said, let's just dive right into it and get right into the film session. So the number one thing I think that, Russell Wilson does at an elite level is the deep ball. Throws the deep ball better than any quarterback in the NFL, in my opinion. Up there with Patrick Mahomes, Justin Herbert, all those guys. When you talk about deep ball accuracy and putting the ball in the spots where it needs to be, Russell Wilson is your guy, and that's what he's going to bring to Denver's offense. He's going to be a guy who can spread the field just with his ability to take the deep shot and make the deep shot. On this play right here, you're going to see 2 things. One, you're going to see that deep ball ability, but number 2, you're also going to see that pocket awareness and pocket presence. So you're going to have Tyler Lockett, the best speed receiver for the Seattle Seahawks team last year, run a go route towards the middle of the field. So it's kind of a in-breaking go route. You could call this a post route. It'd probably be a deep post, is what it is. But nonetheless, it's go long, I'm going to find you. Right? That's pretty much, that's what's going to happen here. And Tyler Lockett's going to do a great job getting into the open parts of the defense. But just look at Russell Wilson here. He's patient. He knows he wants Lockett deep. He knows he's got that option. And just look at him. As the pressure comes here, collapses the pocket. You know what Wilson does? He moves up, steps up in the pocket, does a fantastic job stepping up, and then simply launches a bomb. And this bomb is not underthrown in any regard. He's put this in the perfect spot. So when Wilson sees this ball, he sees this open middle of the field wide open. It's wide open. So what he's going to do is he's going to throw that ball into the open middle of the field rather than, behind Tyler Lockett out to the side over here. But look at how this ball comes perfectly right down into the lap, into the breadbasket of Lockett. And Lockett can catch it in stride, doesn't even break stride. This is beautiful. Right over the top of these 2 defenders, the 2 deep defenders in this defense. This is excellent ball placement and accuracy deep from Russell Wilson, and it goes for a touchdown. So similar thing here, just putting the ball on the money and throwing the deep ball here, except it's going to be a little bit different. He's going to have Tyler Lockett this time in the slot. He's going to run just a go route pretty much towards the outer half of the field, though. So it's going to be kind of like a deep out route or kind of a corner route in a way, but it's going to be kind of a curved corner route. So it's not exactly, just like 10 steps and a hard cut. It's going to kind of be a soft corner route. Anyway, this is going to be off play action. You're going to see Russell Wilson just in total command. That's what he looks like every time he has the football in his hands in the pocket, in total command of the offense. And as he sees here, right, he's got time, he's got space. What's he going to do? He's going to just take this time, take a space, step up in the pocket. He feels the pressure come from here. He'll step up in the pocket. He has great vision of the football field from this angle, and then simply steps into this throw and throws an absolute bomb deep downfield. And once again, perfect ball placement on this throw. This is absolutely beautiful. Uses the sideline and Tyler Lockett's backside as protection against the corner. Basically, what Tyler Lockett has done here, he's beaten his guy and by going deep, just by pure speed and route running ability. And what basically what he's done is he's allowed for Russell Wilson to throw that ball over the top, but not necessarily over the top, but also using the sideline. So kind of a back shoulder throw here. getting that ball beautifully on the money. You know how hard that is to get that ball to land perfectly into the arms of Lockett to put you in field goal range? That's really, really difficult. But Russell Wilson makes it look easy, and that's what he does. He makes the deep ball effortless. But Wilson isn't a one-trick pony, and if you look at some of the quarterbacking the Broncos have had over the past couple of years, I mean, they've had Bridgewater in there, they've had Drew Lock in there. Both guys more or less average to slightly below average NFL quarterbacks. I mean, they're below average NFL quarterbacks who, on their best days, can win you a ball game, but on most days are probably losing the game with turnovers or bad plays. What Wilson does here is he makes smart decisions, and he can also use his legs and run, utilizing his legs. And you're going to see that on this play. So he's going to step back in the pocket, and he's just going to see the 49ers defense do a really good job locking up the Seahawks receivers. Doesn't really have anywhere to go with the football. Could go into the flat. That's probably going to get banged up. Doesn't really have an option here or here, right? This to the outside, that looks locked up. Nothing over the middle of the field. That's pretty tied up. And Wilson's feeling this pressure over here. So what's Wilson going to do? He's going to move out, roll out to his left, right? And as he's rolling out to his left, still scanning the field, still seeing maybe if he can fit a ball into a window, sees that that's not really an option, and then tucks down, runs with it, and leaps in for the touchdown. Couple things here. Number one, this is really tough play to make, especially going to your left as a right-handed quarterback. Still tries to fake the throw here, tries to get a little extra pep in his steps. Love that by him. But nonetheless, I mean, these are gritty yards, right? Getting out of the pocket, using his legs, not being afraid of potential contact, just laying out the body to get the touchdown. This is just a fantastic effort there by Wilson, but showcasing that he can also utilize his legs and make plays with his legs. And this play here is football IQ, it's timing, it's knowledge of the game. Russell Wilson has all of that. Basically, this is what's going to happen. The Rams are in man coverage right here. This is man right here. Running back's going to go out into the flat. He's going to get picked up by this corner. You got man on the outside over there, and man over here as well as there. So it's man coverage with this safety in the back, kind of manning that middle part of the field. So that's kind of what the defense looks like. Anyway, so these are really the things that you got to know. This is man coverage here. DK Metcalf is running a slant route, and this safety is going to sit back in the middle of the pocket. In the middle of the back end of the defense. So what Russell Wilson wants is he wants to hit DK Metcalf on this quick slant route, pick up the first down, move the chains. Let's do this, right? But he also wants DK Metcalf to have an ability to get a touchdown here. So he's got to throw that ball before this safety can get over to a spot in the middle of the field. And that's exactly what's going to happen. The timing on this play is impeccable. So Wilson knows where he wants to get the football from the get-go, right? He knows that he wants Metcalf, and if he doesn't have Metcalf, he can easily just swing it down to the flat. So it doesn't matter that he's kind of staring down Metcalf. That's not really of an issue. What that does, though, is that now look at him. He's drop-stepped, he's taken his time, and look at this beautiful throw, right? Perfect accuracy, right when Metcalf is making the break on his route, and in a spot where Metcalf can go up, grab it, secure the football, come down with it for the touchdown. This is just excellent play there by DK Metcalf, but also an excellent throw by Russell Wilson, putting the ball in a spot where his receiver can go make a play after it. But this is what I love about it the most, right? It's right after Metcalf has made the break, but it's also before this safety has had the chance to get over to defend the end zone. So it's in a perfect spot and the perfect timing for Metcalf to make the play, catch it, and make the yards after the catch to get in for the score. And how about pressure, clutch, time, crunch minutes, closing seconds of games? That's where Russell Wilson shines. He's got the clutch factor and the clutch gene. Don't forget, this guy's won a Super Bowl, so he knows how to get it done, and it's really that simple. Nonetheless, on this play here, 17-9, 24 seconds left in the game. You need a touchdown to stay in it here, and that's exactly what they're going to get thanks to Russell Wilson. So basically, this is going to be the play. You're going to have this receiver in the slot running just a seam route right through the middle of the defense, trying to get to the end zone. And what does Russell Wilson do? He finds where the open man is, right? All Russell Wilson's going to do is he originally looks towards the outside on this one-on-one matchup. That's kind of where he wants to go with the football, as you see him kind of pan that way. That's kind of where he's looking over here. But nonetheless, that's not really available. But what happens? Pocket collapses, pocket condenses. What I love from Russell Wilson, never afraid, never shy in the pocket, can move up, can move around really well inside the pocket. He's able to step up in the pocket here, steps up, and then throws an absolute bullet for the touchdown against the soft zone defense. Because pretty much what's happening here is he's just letting all these guys get into their zones, stepping up in the pocket, giving himself some space, and then firing an absolute dart for the clutch touchdown to Freddie Swain. And we've kind of talked about the arm, but we haven't really talked about the accuracy on the run and throwing from pressure and throwing while running to his right so much. And Russell Wilson is elite when it comes to that. On this play here, he's got to have Tyler Lockett on a kind of a wheel route in a way, and he's going to try and get him back on the sideline. So what's going to happen here is the play develops, right? Pressure comes. It's I mean, really an issue the Seahawks have had over the past couple of years. I mean, their offensive line has been pretty bad, and he's seen a lot of pressure. Anyway, Russell Wilson sees the pressure, feels the pressure. What does he do? He doesn't just sit there, soak it. Instead, he turns away, runs out, rolls away from it. Right, he gets away from it, finds some clean grass to throw from. And look at this throw. On the run, on the money, throwing like a dart. Look at this accuracy here, right above this corner. Only puts it in a spot where Tyler Lockett can go up and grab it. This is a 50-50 ball. This is a ball that you have to go up and catch, but he puts it on the money and allows for Lockett to then turn, right, and use his body to protect the football from the defender, hauling in the catch. This is an absolutely fantastically thrown football. It's a bullet. It's accurate. It's on the run, which makes it even more impressive. It's getting away from pressure. Russell Wilson can do it all. He is an elite quarterback. He's exactly what Denver needs. So, I mean, the Broncos were in on Aaron Rodgers, and when Aaron Rodgers re-signed with the Packers, they had to pivot because at the end of the day, this Broncos team is pretty solid. I mean, they're good up front. They've got a good run game. They've got some talented wide receivers on the outside. Defensively, they were pretty solid last year, especially in their secondary. Patrick Surtain's looking like a real menace out there at corner. They've got some other depth pieces in the secondary as well as a linebacker, and they've got a good pass rush too with Bradley Chubb. This is a good team. Do I think that they're better than the Chargers or the Chiefs? I don't know. I don't think they're better than the Chiefs. They're definitely in that conversation. I think potentially better than the Chargers and definitely the Raiders. But this makes the AFC West a lot tighter, a lot more competitive, a lot more fun to watch. Nonetheless, what does Russell Wilson bring to the table? Number one, the ability to throw the deep ball. I mean, he's an elite deep ball thrower. He's accurate. He's had the previous experience, right, in pressure games, winning the Super Bowl. Obviously, lost the Super Bowl II on a bad interception against the Patriots. Not really his fault. I mean, kind of, I guess. Should have ran the ball. Sorry, Seahawks fans. Nonetheless, though, I mean, this is the guy that Denver needed. They haven't had a stable quarterback in there since Peyton Manning back in 2016. And since then, right, they've been searching for a quarterback. They thought it was Trevor Siemian for a while. Clearly it wasn't. They've drafted Paxton Lynch. That didn't go so well. They've had Drew Luck. They've had Teddy Bridgewater. They've had Case Keenum, Joe Flacco in there. I mean, they haven't had a true quarterback, and they've realized that you need to have an elite quarterback to win in the NFL. What do? They go out, they get an elite quarterback in Russell Wilson to get the job done. I think it's an absolutely fantastic move for this Broncos offense. It's really going to get their offense moving, especially in the Mile High City where you can throw the ball pretty deep. Russell Wilson is going to have a field day. Once again, it's going to be the deep ball ability, it's going to be the accuracy, and it's going to be the ability to move with his legs that are really going to create more opportunities than any quarterback that the Broncos have seen in the past 6-7 years. And with that said, that's pretty much going to end the video for today. Did you agree with my analysis? Why or why not? Leave your comments and thoughts in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. Also, if you're new around here, please drop a like and a sub on today's video. I'd really appreciate that. And with that said, I hope you enjoyed the video. And until next time, see ya.